Hello, my name is Ryan Lee, and I'm a Level 2 BTEC student studying Creative Digital Media Production, and this is my presentation. My presentation is about a soap opera that I'm creating called The Other Side, and basic plot down here is following the investigations of a local police department. They investigate murder cases, yada yada yada, and however, it will be focusing on the criminal just as much as the investigations that are ongoing. These are the characters: Stephen Anderson, Laura Smith, Paul Wade, Chloe Lee, Adam Bailey, and the mysterious murderer. And he is the chief. Stephen Anderson is the chief, Laura Smith is the chief in command, Chloe is the inspector, the general, and Adam Bailey is the captain. The show will not it won't be specified about who will be watching it, except for one major aspect is mental disabilities, because the main murderer of the entire show has a mental disability, and I don't want anyone with severe mental disabilities watching the show, just in case. I don't want a backlash because mental disability is quite a controversial topic nowadays. So no one with severe mental disabilities will be watching the show, and it's mainly aimed at middle class to lower class citizens, because I reckon rich citizens or anyone with important jobs simply won't have the time to watch the show. I've aimed it I mainly think it's a psychographic, because it's not going to be aiming as much at age or gender, or not going to be aiming much at age, gender, race, sexuality. It's mostly going to be aiming at personality and people's main opinions on things, because, as I said, controversial topic of the murderer being having a mental illness, it will mainly be looking at people's opinions on that. It will be showing on ITV, because ITV has one of owner of one of the very popular soap operas in the UK, EastEnders, and it's also shown many other dramas such as Downton Abbey, and then after it's shown on ITV, it will show on Catch Up, just in case anyone is interested in the show, and then it will soon be going on to Netflix. I specified the age to be 16 to 40 because the mental illness is a big aspect of the show, and 16 to 40 because mainly I reckon it will be an eye opener to what mental illness can actually be like, and I reckon it will be can you sorry, please just it will show on Saturday, because Saturday mainly just a lazy day for people, because Saturday is when it's been a long week and you can just go in and just relax and enjoy yourself. However, it will be showing at 8 until 9, because I don't want because it's a heavy matter, a heavy subject. I don't want younger people than that to be viewing the show. The theme tune, due to the dark tone of the matter, the theme tune will be upbeat, to give you a sense of, oh, it's going to be happy, but however it will slowly descend into a dark, deep tone. And the reason it's surprisingly dramatic is because on the outside, a person like this, they'll seem normal, but they're really not, because mental illness, it's a serious topic. Here's a showcase of the first episode, for example. Bodies found in the local area, police have been informed of it. It's as you can see down there, it's based on CSI, so the typical matter in a show like that. However, near the end of the first episode here, this is where my idea starts to this is where my idea becomes unique, in my opinion. Because in a show like CSI, it just focuses on the police department, of course, but then it shows the murderer only for a brief clip, showing what they're doing and how their next victim. But then they just catch the murderer, and that's it. However, the show will be focusing just as much on the murderer than the entire police department altogether, because you'll be seeing like he's still a normal person. Like you'll see him leading his daily life and like the challenges he has to face every day. And at the end of the episode here, no one can see the problems inside his head. Yet again, specifying mental illness and how he can't understand how he's acting and how it's a bad thing in society. The genre is of course drama, because many people, including myself, they like to watch things where like you gain secrets that no one should know, but however that ends up all coming out in like future episodes, and it creates a lot of tense, dramatic moments. And the location will be London. I've specified it's in common areas because like London is usually like specified as a posh area. However, because I've aimed it at like a middle class citizens, it will be showing like the murderer is yet again a normal person. So it will show him like going around public areas, it will show him going down the streets, going into his house, just like doing things any other person would do. However, then the tone goes to like a sinister matter when he finds his next victim, and like when he finds his next victim and thinks of how he's going to like take them out. But then later on after he's done the matter, due to the illness yet again, he can't understand like what he's doing. That was the end of the presentation, and thank you for listening.